Welcome to part 11 of our Angular 12 tutorial part series. So in this video, we are going to see login page. This was left once we have implemented the routing. So this is the thing what we should do after implementing the routing. We should implement the login page. So user will be only get access to all the routes once he is logged in. Okay. So for this, first thing is we need a template that we will use for the login page. So I have just simply searched the login page and login page template in HTML, and out of that I have used this designer.com, and I have found this template useful. So just click on the download. It will get you to the code editor where code is already there. So if you can see, we just have to use this HTML and the CSS, so no JS is there. Just try to find the template which don't have JS, and if you have the JS, so you have to again manage it with Angular to manage the actual template representation. Okay, so let's compare. Like, if you can see, currently no route is activated. Still we are going to see this page because this navbar is present in our app component. Okay, so in app component we have implemented our navbar. Okay, so when user logged in, I mean when user visit our application and there is no route, okay, so it should navigate to the login template. Okay, so let's check code. So this is the project we are following from the previous video sessions. So if you might remember, like, we have created router in app module itself. Okay, so if you can see, these are the routes which we have, like one by one route was. So instead of this, we just need to change some things. Let me tell you like what things we need to do. So first we need what we can say empty path route. Okay, this is an empty path. If there is no route, so what routing library should do? So we have to instruct to that. Okay, so if the path is empty, okay, instead of component, we have to use redirect to. Okay, and here we have to pass the path where we have to navigate if the path is empty. Okay, let's say consider we don't have login path yet, but we are going to create it. One more parameter we need is path match, and we have to provide the value as full. Okay, so this is an empty route. If no route is activated yet, so it will try to find the login route. If login route is there, it will redirect to that. Okay, so now let's create a login route. Path login will be there, and on activation of this path, we have to load the component login. So for that we need to create a component. Let's create component here, ng generate component, then login. Okay, so login component is created. So for this we have to use login component. Okay, so we have our login component ready. So when, as you might know, like when we create the Angular application, app component is the parent component which we have. Okay, so when we implement the login, okay, so app component will be parent component unless we do the login. Okay, so for login page only or other static pages we have, like for those pages we don't need the login. For all of them, app component will be your parent component. But once I am done with the login, I have to create one more parent component that will act as my parent. That will replace the app component. Okay, so we need a container kind of component. Okay, so let's create that also. I'm naming it as home. Okay, so home component is created. Path. Here I'm keeping my what we can say route name as empty. I will tell you in some time. Home component. Okay. So for this home component, we have to add the children's. Okay, So let me remove S. So children will have the list of component or the list of routes which we want user to access only if he is logged in. Okay. So in our case, let's get this all routes and put it inside the children of our home component. Okay. So for home component, these are the childrens we have, like ng class. What are the topics we have seen? We have created component. So that are all routes are part of now home component. Okay. So these are the things which we need to do. First, we need an empty path. Okay. And it will, if the path is empty, we will tell like where we have to redirect to. So this is the route which where we have to redirect. Then we have a login component. Suppose you have another component like which you need to access without login also, so you can create one more component here, one more route here. Okay, so that will be without login, and for them parent component will be your app component. But once user has logged in, your parent component will be home component. Home component will act like a container to show the contents or the routes we I mean what we can say navbar, everything will be like in the home component after login. Okay, so for now let's remove code what we have in navbar to home component. Okay, so this is the first thing. Navbar will be in the home component because this is the constant page which will be there. This is the constant component which will be there in when we log in. Okay, and same router outlet, like router outlet is a place where our child route, I mean what are the routes is being activated, it will be rendered beside this router outlet. Okay, so now we will have two router outlet. First, in the app component, so we don't need navbar here, we just need router outlet here. So first thing, in app component there will be only router outlet where our login page will be rendered. Once user has logged in, then our home component will be our parent component. So in parent component also we need router outlet because this is the place where activated route will be rendered. Okay, two things we have done. First is the routes we have changed little bit. Then in app component we just have a router outlet now. Then we have created a home component. In that we will have the navbar and the router outlet, that is the place where our activated route will be visible. Okay, so these are the things we have done. The next thing is like we have to use the HTML what the example we have seen. So let's copy that. Next thing, let's copy CSS what we have. Let's add this in the CSS. Okay, so one class is there like body. Since we are dealing with the component, so we can say top div, and let's add this to the top container div. Okay, so let's save everything. Okay, fail to compile. Let's check what is the error. So we had this error because we haven't added home and the login component in our declaration section. That's why it was causing the error. So now I have added, so it is in the running state. Let's check the code. So you can see we have the login page. Okay, so let's, because it is taking extra space, so it is because of container what we have here. So let's take a top div and add this class to that div. Let's save that. Okay, so you can see we have the login page ready with us. Okay, since, so let me empty the route. So if you can see, if no route is there, it is redirecting to login page. Okay, so on login, what we need to do on login button, we just need to redirect. In actual project, what we do on the login button, we call the API with sending this username and password. If API returns the true and false or the user detail, then we navigate. But in our case, we will just simply write our if else code just to validate those things. Okay, so in login, Let's create an object and everything. Okay, so I have created a login object and add those and declared with any, and I have added two properties. Okay, so now in login page we have two text boxes. One is for the login and one is for the one is for the username and other is for the password. So let's add ng model. Okay, so I have find our two text boxes with the model we have created, login object dot username and the login object dot user password, second field we have. Okay, then on the button click we need function. Okay, so let's create a function for that. Event will be our click. Let's create a function with login. Let's create the same function in .ts. Okay, so here what we will do, this dot login object dot username is equal to admin. Let's say username is admin and let's say password is 1234. Okay, so if it is user has entered this detail, so we will redirect to some other page after login. Okay, so we will allow basically user to login. If not, we will just show the error. For now I'm using just alert wrong credentials. Okay, so to navigate, what we need to do, first we have to create the router instance, private router. Okay, so this, if user has provided the right credential, then we have to use this dot router dot navigate by URL. Then we have to pass the URL. Let's check what are the URLs we have in routing. Okay, so on into this we have ng class. Let's navigate to ng class by default. Okay, so this is the basic code. Okay, and on the HTML also we have called this function. So let's check if it runs or not. I'm providing username admin, then 1234. Let's debug also. Every time just make it a habit, like on the first time. So you can see I have an error, like if ng model is used in the form, we need a name attribute. Okay, so whenever we are using ng model inside a form, so you need a name attribute. It can be anything, it doesn't matter, just it needs a name attribute present on the element. Okay, now that error will be gone. Okay, so let me add a debugger also here. Admin, then 1234. On click of login, we should go to that event. Yes, so username is admin, the password is also 1234, so it will go to the if block, and then we are passing the ng class. Okay, okay, so from this dot router dot navigate by URL, we are passing the route name which is in the home component, which is a what we can say children of home component. Okay, so once we do run this line, so you can see we are logged in with the what we can say nav bar. Okay, so we don't have all those menus. Okay, so you can add those also. So this is how we have to use the login and implementation. Okay, this is the basic code, and it is the standard approach for normal application we have to use. So I will just revise once again. So basic things what we need to do when we have to implement the login. First is the route change. We need one route which is having path empty. Then we have to provide the redirect to, like if the path is empty, which route we have to load. Then one additional parameter like path match. We need value as full. Then we need a login component. Suppose you have another component as a welcome or about, that you don't need user to log in and it should be accessible without login also, so you have to create one more route there. Okay, then we have again path as empty, but component is for a home component we are considering it as a parent component after login. Okay, so for this home component we have provided all our actual route as a children's. Okay, so you can see all routes are here, and these are the childrens of home component. This is the first thing. Then we need a login component and a home component. Then in one more thing, like in app component, we just need router outlet. So this router outlet will be responsible to load the login page. So the pages which you don't need user to log in, which are accessible without login also. So for all those pages, app component will be your parent component. After login, we need second component, that will be your home component. Okay, name can be anything, but it will just a container to load the pages after the login. Okay, so here I have used the route navbar, and again we will need the router outlet. Okay, so someone might ask you like, is it possible to use multiple router outlet in an application? So yes, it is. We can use any number of router outlet in your Angular application based on the how routing you have done. Okay, so for this, I mean, after login, what are the activated route is there, it will render here. Okay, and in the login component, it is just a simple code. Like instead of this, you will use an API, send the details to the API. If the API returns the success with the user detail, you will store that user, what we can say, login session token or user ID you get into a session storage or anywhere. Okay, and then you allow the user to navigate. So by creating router instance object, you just use this dot router navigate by URL and provide the route name after the login. Okay, where you want to navigate. So this is how things are. It's pretty simple, straightforward approach. Even with the lazy loading also, this is the basic flow we have to follow. Okay. In next video, we are going to implement auth guards. So like, if you can see now, let me empty this. Okay. But if I know the route name, like ng class is there, and if I enter, I can see the route. Because unless I'm not logged in it, still I'm able to access this. So using auth guard, we can restrict this. Okay, so this we will see in the next video. Till then, thank you, and please do subscribe if you are liking this video.